What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining the Tele Broadcast. So in today's video, I'm going to bring on Kevin again, my special guest, reoccurring guest of the show, and we're going to be talking about, as you can see on the screen, the UFC 260 fight card. So then this is going to be a pretty interesting card. Now, I've been waiting for this fight for a while. I remember if you guys heard my last video when we were talking about Israel Adesanya fighting against Jan Blachowicz, something like that. I was really excited for this fight, and this is something I've been waiting for a while. I've been waiting for Francis Ngannou to get his rematch. As you can see, it's the biggest and baddest rematch of all time. I've been waiting for this guy to get another fight chance because they've already fought before, and it was kind of a tough showing for Ngannou, but it was early on in his career. So in the video today, we're going to be talking about the first three fights. This is like the top three fights between Sean O'Malley and, let me get it right now. Sorry. Sean O'Malley and Thomas Almeida.
Thomas Almeida.
And then we got Tyron Woodley versus Vincent Luque. And then we got Stipe Miocic versus Francis Ngannou. So we're only going to be talking about those three fights. No offense to the other fighters, but we just don't really know enough about them. I don't know who the
fuck they are, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know enough about any of these guys to be given like a real opinion. I really don't even know enough about Vincent Luque or Thomas Almeida either, but I'm sure they're great fighters. But these are the three fights that kind of entice us.
Yeah, the card's not stacked.
Now, just to start off, though, before we even start, wasn't there supposed to be another championship fight, but it got canceled? Wasn't Volkanovski on this fight card or no?
Was that might have been 261, but maybe. I think that was supposed to be in April. Oh no, it was this one.
Yeah,
shit, I didn't even know. Yeah. So yeah, that's why it's a bit of a weaker card. I guess they like moved all the fights up.
Yep, I guess so.
Damn. That would have been a crazy fight.
That would have been
probably deserves that shot though.
That card would have been insane because you would have had Ngannou versus Stipe, and then Volkanovski versus, I think, Ortega, right? Or is it?
Yeah.
Versus Ortega, and then the fourth fight on the card would have been O'Malley. Imagine.
Yeah, that would have been a stacked card, but this one's a little bit.
It's a little different, but it's still gonna be a good card. It's still gonna be a good card, especially with the main event with the rematch. But let's start off with O'Malley versus Almeida. So, first off, do you have anything to start off, Kevin, with Sean O'Malley or Almeida?
Well, just to talk about Thomas Almeida really quick. He's kind of a veteran. Like, he's been in the UFC since 2014. And like he's got a pretty good record, but the guys he's lost to in the past kind of make like Cody Garbrandt, Jimmy Rivera, Rob Font, like they kind of make him look a little bit like a gatekeeper. Kind of like if you beat him, then you're in the top 10, top 5 conversation for the division. But still, like, this is a step up from Sean O'Malley's like recent competition. Like Chito Vera was pretty good, but before that, he wasn't really fighting anyone crazy. So it's a decent step up for him. And after this fight, he's probably gonna see some big things, I'm thinking.
You're thinking Almeida or you're thinking O'Malley?
Oh, O'Malley. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
I think O'Malley's gonna whoop him.
Yeah.
He's gonna do some fancy stuff. I think it'll probably be like an early knockout. Like that's kind of what O'Malley's game seems to be. He doesn't really go deep into like the second and third round too much.
Mm-hmm.
But all right. So about O'Malley's last fight, he was winning. In my opinion, he didn't look fantastic in the beginning before he got kicked, but I thought he was winning that fight before the kick, and then the kick happened. Same thing with McGregor. Like he like his nerve got fucked up or whatever, and then he couldn't stand on his leg, and he got knocked out. But this one, I think he probably made adjustments based on that. And I don't really see that happening again in his career.
Like it seems like a fluke injury too, right? Just something crazy just happened with his nerve.
Yeah, well, like it's like that's like what like the tech like they kicked him in the calf, so it's a little bit different. Like so, there's a little bit less meat there, rather than like on your quad. So you're probably gonna hit like different stuff like that if you're not just hitting muscle.
Uh-huh.
But I would say he's probably made adjustments. He's like a high level striker. He got his purple belt in jiu-jitsu like a couple months ago. I think he's just a savage, so I got him winning that fight.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see that fight as well. He is someone I'm really interested in. Ever since I watched that one knockout with that crazy punch where he went like up and then
Yeah,
down,
that was
that
the
was
fight before he
crazy.
lost. He
What?
threw like a yeah, that was an insane knockout.
Who was that against again? I forget now.
That was against I don't really know his name, but that guy was kind of a veteran.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I think that was like his third or fourth fight in wait. That was a second win in 2020. Maybe third
Yeah.
win.
What happened?
But
Yeah, that
yeah,
happened.
that was crazy.
Were we watching that in Austin's room or something like that?
Did we?
I think so.
No, I don't think I was. That was the night where Cody Garbrandt also had like I was like, that's knockout of the year, and like when O'Malley knocked the dude out, and then Cody Garbrandt like was on the fence, and then he ducked down, and then
Oh
like
yeah,
ripped that right hook.
and
So
had the
that
last second knockout, right?
another crazy knockout. So I don't know if I was there. I might have been at my house, but that was still like an insane knockout. Those two knockouts.
Yeah.
I thought O'Malley's was better. Like Cody's was more like clean. Like it was cool, but like O'Malley's was just like something I've never seen before.
And it wasn't as clean. I feel like O'Malley's. I feel like it was more clean.
Yeah, he was using like deception. Like Cody Garbrandt dodged the punch, and
Just
then he like countered him, which was it was super impressive. But like O'Malley, like he was just like I was just watching the fight, like not knowing what was gonna happen, and then like he just knocked him out of nowhere. So
yeah,
it was pretty crazy.
yeah. So yeah, definitely someone I'm looking forward to watching. To be honest, with you, because he's gonna be this is gonna be a great fight. Again, it would have been the fourth fight, so I mean that's something really interesting, but still a really stacked fight, and I'm definitely interested to see it, and especially if you're saying this Thomas Almeida guy is usually, it seems to be like the veteran gatekeeper. Like if you can get past him, you're in the top five.
Yeah.
I think the UFC wants to make this guy a star because I mean he's just insane. You know, with the hair dyeing and all the crazy tattoos. They want to promote
exciting
this guy.
striker.
They want to make him the next Connor because he seems a little crazy.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be a star. The last fight against Cheeto Vera, like they were pumping him hard in the promotion. So
yeah,
if he keeps winning, then he's on the
rise. Hard
rise.
not to pump him.
Yeah, a whole lot of pumping.
All right. So now on to the next fight. We got Tyron Woodley versus Vincent Luco. Sorry for mispronouncing it, but it's kind of a little tough. I need one of those things where like they give you how they give you the name
in the dictionary.
Yeah, I need.
I don't understand those.
But anyway, so we got Tyron Woodley versus Vincent Luque, and I am really interested in seeing how Tyron Woodley fights. He's been a little bit out of the game, right? I don't think he fought last year, right?
If he did, he got his ass beat. So when he fought Darren Till, I was like, wow, he's not gonna lose because he knocked Darren Till clean out, or he basically knocked him out, like he knocked him down and then he choked him out. It was super impressive. But after that fight, like after he fought Darren Till, he fought Kamaru Usman, and Usman just babied him. Tyron Woodley didn't, to be honest, he didn't look like he wanted to be in the ring. He didn't look impressive at all. Like he didn't look his normal self. And he's looked the same in every single fight when he fought Usman, Covington, and Burns. Like he just got his ass beat. Like, and he looked like he didn't want to be in there. He looked like he was tired. Like he looked like he just wanted to go home. So this is a huge fight for Tyron Woodley. Like this is like besides his championship fights, this is definitely one of the biggest fights of his career because I thought he should have retired a long time ago. Like after he lost to Usman.
Yeah, but he didn't want to go out like that.
Yeah. But he's had 3 fights like that. So like I don't know why he just doesn't stop it now. Like if he loses to Luque, he's not going to be taken down and like dominated like in the grappling like he kind of has been. Luque is going to like bust him up. But this is a huge fight for Tyron Woodley. Luque has been looking pretty good. His last loss, like he beat Mike Perry, who's like all right. Like he beat Nico Price, kind of wild guy.
I like Price.
Yeah. I mean, he's not like super technical, but he's pretty wild and dangerous, and unorthodox. His last loss, Vincente Luque, was to Stephen Thompson. So like, he had a pretty good fight that fight.
Yeah.
But Stephen Thompson's a boss, so he lost. But he's been looking pretty good. So this is really the story of this fight is definitely about what is Tyron Woodley going to do? Is he going to get dominated again, or is he coming back? In my opinion, I think he's gonna lose.
Dude, do you know he fought twice last year?
Who?
Woodley.
Woodley? He fought.
He fought against Gilbert Burns, you were saying, on May 30th, and then he fought against Covington on September 19th.
Oh, I thought he fought Covington first, but yeah, he got his ass beat by both of them. So no disrespect, like he would beat me up, but like.
Yeah, but all right, listen. When we say like these guys got their ass,
I mean, like, it's like, yeah.
I mean, like help us out here.
At this level,
yeah.
Like at this level, like I think he's done. He's
old. Like that's my problem.
Great.
When it comes just a quick point off of like a little bit off of the card, when it comes to like people talking about like, oh, you don't disrespect yada yada. It's like, listen, like I obviously understand Tyron Woodley would put me in a pretzel and freaking
yeah.
I get that, but like if I'm commentating on the sport and everything, I think it's okay. It's no disrespect to him.
It's like
just
in
saying,
reference to the sport.
I'm just pointing it out. Like you got beat up. I'm not
at that level. Yeah.
That's my only problem with the UFC, and it does seem like UFC fans, like hardcore UFC fans, kind of make it like a little aggravating to like kind of talk about the sport. You know what I mean? Like if I talk about in like football, if I talk about some wide receiver burning some cornerback and saying that cornerback is a bum, like obviously the corner is not a bum. He would destroy me.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's okay. It's accepted. Like I'm allowed to say it. It's not a big deal. Whereas in UFC, I feel like it's like, oh my God, it's such a big deal. And I don't feel like it should be.
Because it's kind of like in a weird, like it's like a fight, but it's also like trying to be like this athletic competition. And it's kind of hard to get away from the fact that it is a fight. And there's like a lot, like fighting super intense, like
which I understand.
You do like wrestling or like jujitsu, like any sort of any sort of competition where it's just you and it's like people like make a circle around you and like you're just like you have to fight another person. Like it's pretty intense. So like there's a lot of like respect.
No, I totally get it.
That goes into it, but it's like more when people like say like, "Oh, Tyron Woodley's a bum," like I did, like. It's in reference to like that level of competition. Like,
exactly. Like I was talking to my dad about it, and I was saying like, oh yeah, this linebacker sucks, right? And he's like, oh well, did you know that linebacker is probably the best linebacker in his high school and college? And I was like, yeah, I get it, dude, probably, but like on the main stage, he's a bum. You know what I mean? On the one that he wants to be the best at, he sucks. Like he's not that good. So it's just annoying sometimes.
It's in reference to that. I just want to be respectful, like in case he's listening, because I know he might. But like just like it is.
Oh, he's definitely listening. Tyron Woodley's definitely listening. I'll put him in the tag.
So I wouldn't doubt it.
But you know, one thing I'm really interested in seeing with this Woodley fight is I know he has a lot of off the field sort of things, or not off the field, but like out of the ring.
He's an off. Have you listened to his rap songs?
No, but I think
got one. It is probably the worst.
Really?
Song I've ever heard. It's like hardly a song.
That's tough.
If you want to play it right now, you can. Like it's like
I'll try looking it up real quick.
It's probably the worst song ever. Like I don't like he definitely has CTE because I don't understand how he thought that could have been good. He probably doesn't have like he probably has like a bunch of fake people around him who are scared of getting beat up because like they didn't say that shit was trash. Like they just let him put that up there. Like they let him put that out and he advertised it and like it was awful. I don't know what Ben Askren thinks of it.
Are you hearing Money in the Love?
No. Like In and Out of Love. Look up that one.
What is it?
Fallen like out of love with you, Tyron Woodley. I could play it if you want.
No, In and Out of Love official. I got it right here. Is this it?
Garbage. Listen. It's funnier when you yeah, listen.
Stop.
You want to hear it without the music when he's just he like records himself like in the studio.
I think that's it.
Nah, this one's without the music. Oh, is it?
Yeah,
That
that's what I
might be the
played.
same one. Is it like a picture of him?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
like 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
It's literally that. Like,
Posted by, I want to just shout out the guy that posted it. It's by Lethal Arab.
yeah.
Swear to God. I'm not being messed up. I swear to God, that's what the thing is called. Oh, that's, yeah. See, that I feel comfortable saying that sucks.
You got some juicy ass curves. Yeah, that was awful.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. I mean, yeah, no, but just to talk about, like, I'm interested to see, because I understand, you know, he kind of has a lot of like other things outside of the octagon, and hey, listen, like that's totally fine. But I'll take what Joe Rogan kind of said. You can't be half in and half out. If you want to do this game, you got to be completely 100% in. And I'm interested to see, you know, how is he going to perform when he's half in and half out? You know what I mean?
I think we've seen how he's performed when he's half in and half out. He started rapping after he fought Darren Till. So like he fought Darren Till and then he started rapping and then he lost to Usman and he hasn't won a fight.
It's been down. So it's been down.
I think we've seen that and I think he's out the door possibly after this fight.
It's so funny. Yeah, if he loses, I wouldn't doubt if he's out. I wouldn't.
I would like to see him retire so he doesn't get more CTE, but
or just be like more of a bum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so funny too, because I remember when me and you first watched that fight against Usman versus Woodley, and it was gross. Like you were telling me, like, "Oh my God, this guy's like one of the best welterweights of all time."
Yeah,
And you were so on his case, and then we just watched him get like demolished.
I don't like it. Literally, it was like night and day. I literally looked like he did not want to be there, and he was tired, and he wanted to go home. Like that's
one of the weirdest things I've seen.
Like I'm sure if that's what Kamaru Usman does to people, but like it was just. It looked like he did not want to be there. Like he was just like he wasn't like really defending on the wrestling. Like he was going for he was trying to catch him in a guillotine instead of like trying to get out of the position, and like he was looking for that big like punch or submission. Like he looked like he just wanted to be with.
Could you
try hear
again?
Me? Sorry. Siri.
Yeah, what happened?
Siri was talking. But like he just looked like he didn't want to be there. So, based off those performances, I'm taking Luque.
I would assume Luque as well. And I agree with you. I really do hope for at least Woodley's case that, you know, he calls it a wraps after this.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so now on to the last fight that we're going to be talking about. Sadly, we can't talk about the Volkanovski fight because it did get canceled due to COVID. I don't know which one got COVID, but I think someone got COVID.
I think Volkanovski got COVID.
Okay, yeah, so it got canceled due to that
reason. It's not even like Max Holloway could step up. Like, that would be crazy.
I know, I wish, dude. I wish. It would have been gross. But we'll go on to, again, something that I have been waiting for a very long time.
Still a great fight, yeah.
I agree. I've been watching Ngannou for so long, and I've just been watching this man's fights, and then I'm just going to look up, like, all of his freaking wins because he is gross, and it doesn't make any sense to me. So in 2020, he destroyed that guy who I'm going to butcher his name. I honestly don't want to attempt at it, like Yarzino.
All right. So since you want me to go over, like, his record?
I can go over right now. I'm looking at all of it right now.
Yeah, go over it.
Okay.
Since he really blew up. Like he won
after Overeem.
He won his first few fights. Well, no, his second fight was Curtis Blades, and he knocked the shit out of him. Like he normally does. He destroyed him. But when he really blew up was against. Andre Arlovsky was really good, but he literally destroyed Alistair Overeem's face.
Murdered that man. That man did not have a neck after that. It was one of the grossest things.
He definitely got whiplash.
I have ever seen. Yeah, he destroyed him. So in 2017, he destroyed Alistair Overeem. Then all of a sudden, it's like right after that fight, it's like, all right, dude. I mean, here you go. Here's your title shot.
Yeah.
We get the title shot against Stipe, I believe, and loses to Stipe. It was a tough loss. It went to the full 5-3. It went to the full 5 rounds to decision. It was tough. Really stunk. Then that was a little bit earlier in his career too. You got to think about he's only a couple of years of just doing this. You know what I mean? So it's a little early.
He's probably been training since 2013.
Yeah,
maybe
so 5 years. He's 5 years into the game. at this point. So again, and fighting one of the guys who's one of the most technical boxers of all time, one of the greatest fighters.
Yeah, he was a Golden Gloves boxer.
Yeah. So I mean, it's tough. It was definitely tough. But now we go, and then he fights Derek Lewis, and again loses again in decision. So he goes to Stipe, loses in 5 rounds to decision, and then he goes to Lewis and loses in 3 rounds to decision as well. So just went to decisions. Very respectable, went all the way, and it's kind of tough. But then he goes and fights Curtis Blades again and TKOs him again in the first round, destroys him. Now he has to go back on his come up. He fights Cain Velasquez, destroys him at TKO. He fights Junior Dos Santos, destroys him. And then he fights that guy Jairzinho
Rosenstrike
and destroys him.
Yeah. Did you see that one?
Him. Yes, I did, dude. It was
gross. Ran at him swinging.
It was gross. It was like, and you know what too? It was so weird. Like it looked like it barely like touched a finger, like touched him.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Crazy. So this man, I'm telling you, you gotta be watched out. And I listened to, I don't know if you listened to him on Joe Rogan, but I listened to him talk on Joe Rogan, and what a story. What a story. I am so excited to watch this guy fight. I want to see him get UFC gold. No offense to Stipe Miocic. I like Stipe.